making it easy.
Okay.
Okay, no worries. So now you got a 500 in your hand if you want to bet.
You are once again in that position that should feel familiar to you.
Wherever you like.
The come up roll.
$1,000
is your friend.
those folks.
2 inches at your enemy.
Was that one 32? Was that a 32 there for you? Or split? 33. Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay.
7 winner.
Ball spinning, ball spinning. Finalize your bets. There you go.
Well, you can put it there, but that's not in play.
Finalize your bet. Okay, 1 second. No more bets. We're going to leave the table as it is. No more bets. No more bets. Okay, 17, big winner.
7
Okay, when
winner.
this is out, that means I'm working. I'm going to take care of all of you. Okay?
If you get on the blue line, you can be in Rivers in about an hour. That's simple, but it's close.
Well, that's out. That means I'm
How's my
working.
levels? How are my levels? So put it in. Can you hear me?
The computer, you can go
Blair
fast.
Logan, I need you to be ready. You're coming up first.
We're on a 7.
And we're here, and we're live, and let's give it up for the Uncle Nearest Gift this week. Everybody give it up. We are live, and this is the sneak preview to the Computer Love Virtual Valentine's Day show, and they are doing it really big, Vegas style, big chips, and this is all for a great cause, the Harold Washington Culture Center. Let's give it up for the Harold Washington Culture Center. So this evening, we're going to have a few snippets from some of the talented individuals that are going to be performing on the show tomorrow. Make sure you like and share and add this broadcast, and tomorrow when you log on, you're going to be in for a treat. Now, first person that we're going to bring up, matter of fact, I think we're going to have a word from our sponsor. I just need a thumbs up because we're live, and sometimes we just got to go live and somebody give me a thumbs up. If that's what we're doing, I don't know, but I'm going to just keep going until I know how that's going to roll. Coming up first, Blair Logan. I want to bring Blair Logan up to the stage. He's going to be doing some amazing things. Come on, have a seat, Blair. Now, you all know we are definitely practicing all proper guidelines. We're all practicing social distancing safely, and we've all been, handling things we're supposed to handle. Blair Logan, are you excited about this show?
Absolutely, I am so excited.
This is wonderful. Etta James,
Yes.
tell me how Etta James influenced you as a singer and a songwriter.
Etta James influenced me in so many ways because she was a very prolific African American woman in her genre, a definite heavyweight, just wonderful, exuding femininity, and also allowing people to know you can be a woman, but at the same time, you can be a front runner in your industry.
Outstanding. I agree. Etta James was a juggernaut. We were able to feel her even in today's times. Now, coming up on the show, we know that you're going to be giving us a bit of a tribute to Etta James. Do you mind giving us a little taste of that here tonight?
Sure.
Just give me a little bit of that. Okay, let's check out Blair Logan to see what you're going to be in for tomorrow with Computer Love.
All right.
At last, my love has come along. My lonely days are over, and life is like a song. Just a second.
Just a little taste. Just a little taste. Thank you, Blair Logan. Go enjoy some of these gaming tables sponsored by Uncle Nearest. The Nearest Green Foundation is an amazing, amazing foundation. You're going to hear more about them later. But let's keep this energy rocking and rolling. Again, make sure you like, share, add this broadcast, subscribe to the Harold Washington Cultural Center's YouTube page, and follow us on Instagram, and like us on Facebook. Coming to the stage next, this young man is one on the rise. He's recently been advertised in the Blues Inc. magazine. He is considered the Blues Baby Want to Watch on the rise. This young man started in several plays with us at the Harold Washington Cultural Center, and tonight he's going to give you a little snippet of what you can expect tomorrow at the Computer Love Virtual Valentine's Day Show. Come on up here, Christian Creek. Big winner over here on this table. Everybody keep your gaming going because this is a great time. This is Vegas right here in Chicago, and we got right here Mr. Christian Creek. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. Now make sure everyone drinks responsibly. Wash your hands at least 20 seconds when you're preparing your drinks. 21 and older. 21 and older. Today we're only doing tasting, no full drinks. Christian Creek,
Yes.
you are outstanding.
Thank you.
I got a chance to see some of your performance when you guys were rehearsing and some of the pre-recording and things.
Okay.
Sam Cooke.
Yes. Sam Cooke is like an idol.
Yes.
He's a Chicago-based. Started out in gospel music
Yes.
like myself, so I had that connection. So I'm excited. I was very honored to pay tribute to him.
So this tribute that you're doing to Sam Cooke, you really bring it on home because you're actually one of our headliners for this particular show, and he's backed up by the original Chicago Blues All-Stars. Let's give it up for the original Chicago Blues All-Stars. Amazing, and outstanding. Christian Creek, baby of the blues, future of the blues.
Yes.
I'm so excited to have you here. Can you give them a little snippet of what they can expect tomorrow?
Yes.
Go ahead, let them feel it.
Cupid, draw back your bow and let your arrow flow straight to my lover's heart for me. Nobody but me. Cupid, please hear my cry and let your arrow fly straight to my lover's heart for me.
Thank you, Christian Creek. Enjoy some gaming. Jump down on that blackjack table. This has been quite a day. This has been an amazing year already. We're looking at some awesome stars that are burgeoning right here in the virtual space. Now, I'm going to bring someone who's going to give you a historical context, and then we're going to give you a little bit of that Billie Holiday. Coming to the stage next is Dr. Jimmy Tillman, former music director of the Black Ensemble Theater, my daddy, and the blues historian himself, Mr. Dr. Jimmy Lee Tillman. Come on over here. He's way back at the blackjack table. Double down. Hello, come on in. Join us. You comfortable? Oh, you look good. We're here. We're live. So give us some history. Talk to us. Etta James, Sam Cooke, Earth, Wind, and Fire. All of the above. Go.
We're gonna deal with Sam right now because Chris is doing this tribute to Sam.
Yeah. It's quiet.
You know,
Now, I don't
he
think
came
you-
along
you can
at
just
a
say it
time when
yourself.
the
I
civil
don't
rights
say
movement was
it.
going on.
Points
A lot
off,
of
so what are we
struggles
doing?
were happening. He
The
kept
new
us
come
all
out
together.
roll,
One of our
seven's
first
your
artists
friend,
to
2 and 12
internationally
are your
famous, you know, from Chicago.
And this is
But
all.
Chris said he did sing gospel music, and he
Yes.
took that gospel flavor and instituted it into R&B, and that's one of the connections that made him so famous. He left us too soon, really, but he left us a song that
that's
changed our
just
song,
where we were.
which almost became the anthem for the civil rights movement. Yeah.
So one of the things about Sam Cooke that is one of my favorite stories that you share with me is that he believed in the importance of owning your copyright and your publishing. He was teaching a lot of artists about the business aspect that many don't even understand today. Can you touch on that?
Right. He was one of the first artists that owned his own music, wrote his songs, owned his own publishing company, and started his own record company. And what few people don't know is that he discovered Womack, Bobby Womack, with the, what's his name of the group he was with? But anyway, that was one of his famous artists. The controversy came up is that they found out that Sam Cooke was asking him to check the books when he was RCA Records. And so this manager kept records, and the records that RCA kept, they didn't match. So they had a big discussion about that, and they were trying to keep Sam's music. And he said, no, I own all my music and all my productions belong to me. So he was one of the first artists that actually challenged the record company to maintain his own art and get a lucrative record deal behind that, which was unheard of at that time. Unfortunately, someone killed him before that began to take place. There's a lot of controversy about it.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to make an opinion. I think everybody should read and investigate for themselves and come to their own opinion.
And that's what it's about. Whereas we're dealing with the historical context of a lot of these artists that we're going to be paying tribute to. Etta James.
Yes.
Let's unpack that. Let's talk a little bit about Etta James.
Well, she came along at a time there was no really pretty, beautiful singer singing that she was singing. She was a sweetheart at the time. She sang really, all the younger girls identified with Etta, you know, during that time. Had a real controversial life. A lot of things happening. But the whole thing is about the art. And the main thing, she maintained her art all the way through to the end. She performed all the way through to the end. I don't know too much more. I did get a chance to, Louis Dixon, to tour with her.
Yes.
We did in California, we did about 3 or 4 tours together.
Yeah.
Very nice lady.
So,
Yeah.
I'm going to take it back to, I think, Chicago. I'm not sure. Minnie Riperton.
Minnie Riperton was a...
She is someone that we're definitely doing tribute to. So, touch on Minnie
Well,
Riperton.
Minnie Riperton was working at Chess Records as a receptionist. And all the musicians, you know, that were trying to get up there, they would try to hit on Minnie to give her free pay to get upstairs. But she was very dedicated to coming. Nobody was getting up. Just get it, and then Chess Records enlisted in Walnut on the list. She wound up with the Rotary Connection, which was a bunch of musicians that was around Chess. And that was her first group, I think, the Rotary Connection that she sang with. I think they got somebody in the group they married and moved to California. And then that's the Minnie Riperton everyone knows now. The one who signed the record deal. Phenomenal voice. The range was phenomenal. Minnie Riperton. Very few singers can reach that pitch, that level. And she did it with such grace and emotion.
I want to pivot
Okay.
from Minnie Riperton and Etta James. Let's go with the elements. Earth, wind, and fire.
Okay, this is my guy.
Those are guys. Let's unpack that. Let's give us some story. Take your time.
Maurice was a house drummer at Chess. My friend Louis Satterfield was a bass player. And, these were guys, regular guys. And Maurice got a chance to work with Ramsey Lewis, Ramsey Lewis's drummer. And that opened many doors for him. He formed a group called the Salty Peppers.
The what?
The Salty Peppers.
Oh, goodness gracious. You better shut the front door behind that.
They were the band that went to California.
Mm-hmm.
When they got out there, they met up with Jim Brown. Jim Brown connected them with a couple of record deals. They did Van Peebles' Badass song.
Sweetback's Bad
Yeah,
Song.
They did the
Bad Song.
soundtrack for that. And after that soundtrack, they formed the Earthling 5 unit. There was a group here called the Pharaohs.
The Pharaohs. Now, what did the Pharaohs sing?
We were a band.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, there was a band here called the Pharaohs.
Okay.
And so we played jazz and African American music. That was Louis Sutton, Don Lowry, and Charles Hanley, and Pete Cozy. When they formed Earthling Fire, they took all those horns. That became the Earthling Fire horns from Chicago.
Yeah.
And so that's the whole that Chicago connection. Earthling Fire basically came out here. Maurice took his brothers and some guys from Minneapolis that had the other section. I think White and those other guys. Maurice said, I can't get those guys now.
No, that's okay. That's okay. Because what is important is that when we have someone like you, Dad, Dr. Jimmy Tillman, that has the keys to the knowledge of what really went on back then during those times, it's very important for us to get these stories, from you. And tell us more.
One thing that happened, there was a Crane Junior College played a very important role in the history of Chicago music. Because most of the young musicians, they would go through there and study with James Mack. From there, he taught commercial music. So from there, the guys who would study with him, they became the Chicago record producers, like Willie Henderson and Tom Washington, who did all the arrangements for Earthling Fire, and Phil Collins and all those guys. We all came out of the West Side, out of Crane Junior College, out of that band. He made band leaders and producers. I like the band leader part. I didn't want to be paying drums for nobody. I want the band to work for me.
Yes.
So that does matter to me about it, and that's how I, develop my career.
So the original Chicago Blues All-Stars.
Yes.
We've toured around the world.
Yes.
Toronto, Brazil,
Yes.
Australia,
Yes.
London, Paris. Let's talk about the original Chicago Blues All-Stars.
The original Chicago Blues All-Stars was a band formed by Willie Dixon.
Uh-huh.
Which I think would have been maybe. I would be traveling on the road with Willie Dixon. And that band was me, Freddie Dixon, John Watkins, Billy Branch, and Sugar Blue, Butch Dixon. That was really band. Butch passed on. Most other guys were on the other careers. Freddie and John decided it was time for us to pull the band back together. But they were motivated that there was another band going around using our names. And they didn't look nothing like us.
You better shut the front door on that one too.
That was kind of unusual.
How about it?
We had to do a cease and desist on it. And so we made it around the band that we would be the original, we are the original Chicago.
Yes.
And you can call yourself what you want. And so from that point on, we had no issues. And we recorded like 3 albums since then. We've done a lot of live recordings. In fact, most of our recordings that we've done live because we like to get that feeling from the audience and we record. You can't really do that sometimes in the studio. You're clean, but you don't get the emotion that you get from the audience as you participate.
Absolutely. That, tomorrow, we're going to be live.
All right.
The Computer Love Virtual Valentine's Day show at 7 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. But it's not just a Valentine's Day show, everyone. This is a show about the historical context of our culture, our music, American culture, American music. And during this February, we want you to be tuned in with the Harold Washington Cultural Center. Dad, thank you so much. Let's give it up for Dr. Jimmy Tillman. I'm going to just say it one more time because I'm feeling the breeze. Somebody better shut the front door because I'm freezing. That door is open. But come on in, everybody. If you are at that door, just come on in. Bring it on through. This is a party. Come on in, girl. Yeah, we live, but get onto a table. We got blackjack, craps, a little bit of the roulette, double down on 18 for me. Come on in. Come this way, Tawana. No, you can't go through the kitchen. You got to come this way. I'm sorry. This is how this. Tawana Robinson, one of my grade school friends. It's good to have you. Come on in. Oh, I'll take it. I'm taking all takers. Oh, come on in. Oh, you know what? Have a seat for a second. We were just talking about the West Side. Speak of the West Side. This is Mr. Chris Brown, Downtown Brown. He done strolled in. Now, he is the father of 2 NBA players, an NBA champion, and one on the rise. What favorite memories from singers like Earth, Wind and Fire and Sam Cooke. Share with us, cause you are West Side Sharp today. Ain't you West Side Sharp ladies? Ain't you West Side Sharp? Tell us a little bit about some of your favorite memories of Earth, Wind and Fire and Sam Cooke.
Earth, Wind and Fire. Auditorium. It's one of the best venues that we used to have back in the day. So we used to go to the auditorium, and that's why I first seen that Earth, Wind and Fire, and I love it. My memories of Sam Cooke was on the Dick Clark show.
Oh wow! Now you taking it to a whole nother level.
When I first saw him, it was Dick Clark, and it was interesting how his life transformed.
Yes.
Because after we went through the civil rights movement and all of that stuff, so he was one of the favorites as well. And that's a great movie. One Night in Miami. Is that the name of it?
Yes, One Night in Miami. That is a great movie.
Great movie. That's about it. How you doing?
I'm doing
Happy
awesome.
birthday.
Well, thank you. Happy birthday to me. Give it up for me. Give it up for yourself. So I'm really excited. This is all about historical context. Nearest Green, Uncle Nearest, Sam Cooke, all of the above. Go enjoy one of these here tables. We got some roulettes and blackjacks and craps. Grab you a drink. I'm gonna have a young lady take your coat in a second, but just relax and enjoy yourself. Now we're not gonna be going away. There is a young lady, Donna. I want to see where she is. Oh man, here. I know we live, but can somebody take this call because my Billie Holiday has been held up downstairs. But I want to make sure it's ready. I want to make sure that we get a chance to hear from her, and then we're going to hear a bit more from our sponsor. But here's one of my favorite Billie Holiday stories. I was in, and again, I was not around during Billie Holiday's days, but I got a chance to see Lady Day at the Emerson Bar and Grill. This was a Broadway musical that Audra McDonald played the likes of Billie Holiday. Not only did she play the likes of Billie Holiday, but she transformed, it was the Circle in the Square Theater, which is more of a college-style theater, into a Tony Award-winning theater with her presentation as Billie Holiday. She really was able to capture and embody all the spirit that Billie Holiday had to offer. Now, there was a bit of tragedy, there was a bit of conflict, but one thing no one can ever take away from Billie Holiday is the soul of the music. We still feel Billie Holiday today. It was not long after she did the song Strange Fruit that she began getting blackballed from certain venues because they felt like she should just shut up and sing. Back then, artists took their responsibility in their role to the community more seriously. Like they understood that they had to have a calling to change the dynamic of what is going on within our community. They didn't just look the other way. They didn't just go off of a knee-jerk reaction, but they really dealt with the fundamental aspects when it came to the economics of music business, when it came to housing and breaking housing lines. One of the shows that we were watching recently was about Adam Clayton Powell and his wife. Now his wife had a situation, Senator Adam Clayton Powell Jr. And his wife had a situation, she was one of the most acclaimed opera singers in the world. And she was supposed to perform at the gala, but the Daughters of the Revolution was like, no, she's not gonna be able to perform here. And that changed how things were funded back then for performances. You couldn't have a segregationist mentality back then. And so that was pretty much pushed very hard by Adam Clayton Powell. But today, we want to talk about and celebrate all things that are Valentine's Day, American Black History Month, and the Nearest Green Foundation. This is such a big deal because Uncle Nearest is a sponsor today for our gifting suite. Is Donna here? I'm looking for Donna. Anybody at Donna? I'm looking for Donna sign you because you have got to hear this songbird sing. Can you make sure that door pushes all the way up because it's freezing. Okay, no, it ain't pushed because I keep feeling the breeze. She don't be pushing. I know we live, but we gonna keep it going. Thank you. And one of the great things about it, you can just cut across the camera. It's okay. Enjoy gaming table. We got roulette, we got craps, we got blackjack. You're looking good. Everybody coming in here is looking good tonight, and everybody believes in being socially distanced and safe. I'm so proud of how all this is going. Now, I think I want to take to, I need Alfonso to let me know if we can cut to maybe the nearest green promo video about the organization. That's what we want to go to next. So I want to give you guys just a few seconds so we can cue that up, and then we're going to run that for the live. Are we able to do that, Frederick Alfonso, the greatest videographer ever in the world? I need somebody to peek their head out here and give me a thumbs up because I can't see you all. I'm just going to wait for a second. Because I know there's a delay.
He's queuing up right now.
Okay, well, while we're getting ready for them to cue it up right now, and again, this is live. When things are live, you're getting all the behind the scenes because this is a sneak preview to what we're going to be doing tomorrow. Now, sometimes things have to be off the cuff. And because we are professional here, we're just going to keep it rolling. So, the Nearest Green Foundation is a part of Uncle Nearest's family. It's the way that they keep the legacy going on to make sure they're able to continue their education. The children and the legacy of Nearest Green's family can go to school for free for as long as they want. And that's what it's about. And that's why it's important for us to support Uncle Nearest. Yep, I don't care. That girl, Uncle Nearest is going to rock your world. And we're so proud of this gifting speech today. Oh no, give him a good side, give him a good side. Oh yeah. Uncle Nearest with this gifting speech. We're so proud of him. We're ready to roll it. Let's roll this promo from Uncle Nearest and their foundation. Let's give it up for Uncle Nearest.
June 26, 2016. The New York Times did a story indicating Jack Daniels may have been started with the help of a slave. There was little proof to go on, so I got on a plane and flew 1,800 miles to Lynchburg, Tennessee. This single act of ambitious curiosity would reveal my destiny and change the course of my life forever. 6 states and many months of research later, with the assistance of more than 20 historians, researchers, archivists, and genealogists, and more than 10,000 documents and original artifacts reviewed, we had pieced together the story of Nathan Nearest Green, the world's first known African-American master distiller. With the help of Nearest Green and Jack Daniel descendants, we launched our brand, Uncle Nearest Premium Whiskey. We pounded the pavement city by city, preaching this history and pouring our delicious whiskey. Our ragtag crew assembled organically, rapidly from all parts of the world, spirit industry veterans and newcomers alike. As our story spread, more and more amazing humans wanted to be a part of our larger mission. We were and will always be stewards of a legacy. Building upon the heritage of Nearest Green, we have become the fastest growing independent American whiskey brand in U.S. history. And during the last 2 years, have won more awards than any other American whiskey. Yes, that includes bourbon, an astounding 153. This company is founded on love, honor, and respect. We are building a brand to outlive us, and we are just getting started. I'm Fawn Weaver, founder and CEO of Uncle Nearest, and on behalf of our team and the family of Nearest Green, like to say,
Socially distanced. This is awesome. This is great. This is for the community. Nearest Green Foundation. How about that video? You make sure that you like, share, and add this broadcast as well as our show tomorrow, 7 p.m. Computer Love Virtual Valentine's Day Show. Now, I'm really excited to talk to you a little bit about one of the main parts of what we're doing here today. We have a pairing with the Uncle Nearest, the 1856, that is a special batch for that has a whole significance, and they talked about it a little bit earlier on their broadcast. But what I want to do now is I want to bring our chef, Chef Julia Savant, to the stage so that we're able to, I need Chef Julius Avant to the stage so we can deal with the pairing and talk about some of the food that we have here on the menu. Just give us a second because he's back there cooking and has to wash his hands and all that great stuff. Chef Julius Avant, let's give it up for Chef Avant on the stage. Julius Avant has been working with us for many years at the Harold Washington Cultural Center, and we're really glad to follow him along his journey as a caterer, as a private chef, as a nutritionist, and we're really proud to continue that legacy during Black History Month, during Real American History Month, and I just can't wait to hear from him and all the great things that he has prepared for us today, as well as who inspires him in culinary art and culinary science. Now, one of the things I want to make sure that I say about Julius Avant, during this situation right now where there's been some downtime, he's been able to pause, pivot, and turn the corner and launch his company to a whole nother level. And we're very happy to be a part of that. So you make sure you support him. Anytime you get an opportunity, you can follow him at Julius Avant. But there'll be more information on our website about it. I need to bring Julius to the stage if Julius is in the building. Can we bring the chef to the stage because we're going to move to the next segment. Knowing Jimalita is what she does. And Eberay, can you bring me a drink? I want to give me an Uncle Nearest drink. Yes, bring me, maybe, bring me an old fashioned. Thank you. Uncle Nearest's old fashioned made with 1865 is the best, hands down. A great thing about one of the local restaurants here in Chicago is Ocean Prime. One of their lead bartenders won a competition for creating a drink. I was there yesterday celebrating my birthday with my bestie, and the drink is like a coffee infused appetite, and it's so delicious. It's a coffee infused drink with Uncle Nearest in it. So I'm really, really proud and excited about that. Now that we've done promoed Ocean Prime, and now that we done had these conversations, can I bring my chef to the stage? Julius Avant, I know he's shy. Come on, chef, come on to the stage. He's in there getting busy. Oh, I see. Hey. I see you what was taking so long. I see it.
I'm trying.
Oh, it looks good.
I gotta get.
That's okay. Just have a seat. Let's just get from the waist up, please. All right, let's keep it up here. So what do we have here? 17. Let's talk about it. What do we have here?
We have smoked Gouda mac and cheese. We have a bolognese with turkey infused with parsley and all type of good stuff.
He's been working all night long. Now, interesting fact is, normally when you get a bolognese, it's normally not, it's something that I normally can't eat because I don't eat pork. But this here is turkey, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, can I get this for one time for, all right. Here we go. I'm passing out bolognese everywhere. Okay, safely, socially distanced. Hey, would you like to get one of these bolognese? There we go. All right, this is awesome. Thank you so much. Take it, get something on your hand, chef. Something on your hand. Thank you. Take that away. What does this pair perfectly with? Eberay, bring it something. What does it pair with? Somebody bring. Eberay needs to bring it. Eberay needs to bring it. Eberay, because she's a part of the promo. So Eberay needs to deliver it because she's one of our Uncle Nearest specialty captain right here. Let's give it up. Thank you so much, and we thank Uncle Nearest for sponsoring her today. And look at this. Isn't this great and beautiful? I just love it. I love her. No. We're gonna stick with you, chef. You can go on the way. Now, what do we have here? What do you have here for me?
Uncle Nearest old fashioned.
Okay, well, we make the old there. This is just a taste. Now, normally we have the orange peel and all the other things that go with it. Next up, wait, I'm gonna go ahead and taste this. It's the real deal.
You need to taste my food though.
No. Hold on. I just cleared my palate. Ebony, bolognese. Perfect. Let's just have a taste, shall we? So, chef, who has inspired you to hold this for me? Because I gotta get out of this mask.
Yes, ma'am.
Ooh, gooey.
Yeah.
So, as a chef, who inspires you as a chef?
Our ancestors.
Yes.
Like that's. I don't know who inspired me. I just work with my palate. You know what I'm
The
saying?
great thing about you is that you are able to draw on the power from the ancestors.
Yes, ma'am.
Regardless of what's going on with you day to day, you always manage to pull it through. And that's why We love and support you here at the Harold Washington Cultural Center, as well as we want to see more activity happening with the Nearest Green Foundation with you.
Absolutely, I appreciate
Now,
it.
I know that you had a lover's menu deal that was going on. I heard it sold out. I heard that people were calling from all over the city for you. Aren't we proud of you?
Yeah.
We have several guests that are here tonight that have you as personal chef, and so we're so happy. I'm not gonna hold you up because I know there are guests that are waiting to eat, and ain't nobody gonna eat until I'm done with these interviews. But we thank you so much. Thank you, Chef Julius Avant.
Absolutely.
Head back to the kitchen. Get on out my life. There we go.
Hey,
Chef Julius Avant. He's got to get back. He was. Now listen, everyone. He wasn't expected to be on camera. He's like, I don't do camera. I'm gonna need a napkin. He's like, I don't do camera. But I was able to get him to come out and join us today. Now, my next guest, I believe she's here. Is Donna Sanya here? She might be walking through the door in a second. Danya Sanga is she in the building? I need her in the seat, because after that, I can end my show. It's that simple. I need her, okay. Well, let's say, Donna, 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 Donna. Let's go. Look at this. I love it. Come on in, Donna. Oh, you look so amazing. Come on in, have a seat. Baby girl, give me a hug here. You made it. Now, see, getting you out the house because Donna is super safe. We're live. Come on, have a seat. We're getting no apology. We appreciate you taking time. Now, you're one of our top celebrities. You've traveled all over the world playing with some of America's top artists, and we're so proud and happy to have you on our show. You are authentically our Billie Holiday. And we love what you bring to the table. How does Billie Holiday influence you? And I need you to talk as loud as you can so the mic can pick you up. So, how did Billie Holiday influence your career?
Well, I learned, I didn't know who she was. I was introduced to Billie Holiday from a famous person. And I didn't know, he kept saying, I'm not from this era. So I was singing.
Yeah.
I was doing a lot of Mahalia Jackson.
Yes.
And I was doing Mahalia Jackson and singing. And he said, you sound like you're not from this era. And so he said, well, do this. And I started singing God Bless the Child. He said, well, he sang it and I sang it after the famous person.
Yeah.
And he said, you sound like Billie Holiday. I said, who is Billie Holiday? And that's how I started doing Billie Holiday.
And you channel Billie so well. I was talking about you earlier, and I was talking about Lady Day at Emerson's Bar and Grill when Audra McDonald played her. I said Donna could have played just as well and walked off with that tone. Do you mind giving our guests and our viewers a little sample as we're getting ready to preview for the show tomorrow? We're just asking all the artists that are here tonight to give a little bit of a sample of what they can expect for tomorrow.
Oh, sure. Should I take it?
You can, yes, you can. Yeah, they did too. Oh, look, no, you're good. Let me see. Oh, you're good.
Okay. Let me see. Yeah,
You're great. No, you're great. No, you're great. No, you're great.
let me see. You want to hear some Billie Holiday?
Let's hear some Billie. Billie.
Let me see. There ain't nothing I can do or nothing I can say that folks don't criticize me. What I'm going to do, just as I want to, anyway, and don't care just what people say. If I should take a notion to jump into the ocean, ain't nobody's business if I do.
Love it. Make sure you guys tune in tomorrow to see her full show. She even sings an original song called Change. And when you see that, you're gonna have chills. Now you have the tell them how we can find you on your website.
You can find me on my on YouTube.
YouTube.
Just my name, Donna Sanya, and just type in Billie Holiday.
Donna Sanya
SAGNA.
That's exactly how you gonna do. You have to understand. I'm from 43rd Street, and I'm like, okay, let me. And she has told me 50 million times, and you have to understand. She not only is she a vocalist and an artist, but she's an educator as well. So she understands the motion of the left brain, right brain when bringing forth that gift and that art. And that's why not only is this Valentine's Day show important from the perspective of supporting the Harold Washington Cultural Center, but the historical perspective that all of these artists bring to the table when we're making the connections. Now, just remember, tomorrow, 21 and older, drink responsibly, and we're going to be talking a bit more about the Nearest Green Foundation coming up, as well as Uncle Nearest. Thank you, Donna Sanye. You get your mom, you guys, and come on in. We have a table for you guys. Reserved. Where's your mom? You get your mom. Bring her on in. Okay, great.
All right.
Next, I want to bring to the stage. Okay, I'm saying stage. Right? Oh my stars! The gifts keep coming. Gifts keep coming.
Yeah.
Hey, hey, thank you. Thank you. Yes, please take this for me because you're coming on the stage next. Put it in my gift. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. And then I have a reserved table for you so in case you want to sit down, and then you can go wherever you want to go. Thank you. And bring on Mama in. Don't worry about it. This is how lives go. Lives are all the way like, hey, Miss Mama. Thank you for getting your baby here. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I should pull you on stage and ask you, okay, don't you good? You good? Okay. Now, recently, Black Enterprise Magazine was able to feature the master blender of the Uncle Nearest batch. She is the great-great-granddaughter, I hope I got the greats correct, of Nearest Green. I want to bring to the stage next Mr. Alfred A. Edmond Jr., Senior Vice President, Editor-in-Chief at Black Enterprise. Come on in, Mr. Edmond. Woo! Mr. Edmond.
Yes.
You got a chance to
Gotta get unmasked.
the unmasking. You got a chance to interview, and make sure that Frederick, that we are queuing up this video. You got a chance to interview Victoria. You just cut on across. Don't even duck it. Duck it. Don't just walking across is easy. Just walk across is easy. You got a chance to interview Victoria Edie Butler. Let's talk about that.
Well, as you know, Nearest Green was the first African-American distiller of premium whiskey who taught Jack Daniels the formula to make Tennessee premium whiskey. And his great-great-great-granddaughter is now a master brewer, the first black female master brewer on record. And even though she's only been doing it for like about 2 years, Uncle Nearest brand whiskey, premium whiskey, is the most award-winning whiskey of the last 2 years. So someone who is new to the whole curation of whiskey is now considered one of the best whiskey master brewers in the world right now.
Outstanding. I need somebody to give me a thumbs up if we have that video queued up, because I want to cut to the fact that we looked at this master blending as an art or a science, and it kind of went back and forth, and then she expressed that it's a little bit of both, right?
Absolutely. But when you're a master brewer, you spend time in a lab. I mean, you do go into a lab, you sample different caskets of whiskey, and but it's all about the palate.
Yes.
And what I said there in my interview with her for Black Enterprise is that the palette is just like an artist with a brushstroke.
Yes.
You can look at the brushstroke of certain paintings and know who the artist is, and her palette is exactly.
Let's take a look at this palette. Let's get a little bit of a taste of that. Let me know that we're rolling. Give me a thumbs up, Steve
Just
Arena.
what you described,
All right, we're rolling.
while there is
You can come
a
on in.
science
We're
to
on a
it.
break. You can walk in.
I think there's more of an art.
You took the words out of my mouth. It's an art. Your palate, your sensibilities is a very unique and individual way. It's the same as, an artist has a certain style and a certain brushstroke or scope that you can look at a certain artist and say, I know who that artist is without looking at it.
Right.
So you went from a very, you were leading a bunch of analysts. It's a very, cut and dry facts and figures.
Yes.
Now to being a real creator, like you said, an artist, and I guess maybe all your career that potential was sitting there waiting to be tapped.
That's what I think. I really do. Just like the story of Nearest Green lay dormant for all those years, I really believe that it was waiting for Fawn Weaver to be introduced to it. you know, all those years that someone else could have moved it forward, it was for Fawn to do. I don't think that it happened, that it was just by coincidence that she picked up a New York Times paper while on a work trip with her husband. And within months, she's in Lynchburg, Tennessee. And within months, this brand is birthed. I don't think it was by happenstance. I think that things lined up just as they should. I think and believe that there is a higher power that had a hand in this, that the time was now, and that it was for Fawn Weaver to do. And I believe that the time was for me to carry on the legacy of a man that virtually no one knew until almost 4 years ago. I truly believe that we are guided by something much greater than us.
I share that belief.
Inside safely, responsibly, 21 and older. Don't forget, wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands. Thank you. Good night.
So just from what you described, while there is a science to what you do, obviously.
I think there's more of an art.
You took the words right out of my mouth. It's an art.